Well, hello again and welcome to yet another fantastic episode of VAP's Puppets and Friends. I'm your host, VAP-Chan.
And I'm VAP's assistant, Holly. So, Vappy, did anything interesting happen lately?
Well, my art was shown on the Fun Day Puppet Show again on their February 2nd episode. They showed my drawing of Dr. Ducks from Pizza Time Theater, as well as another drawing that you'll all see later in the episode.
Oh, neat. Well, is there anything interesting happening in the upcoming week? Any holidays or things like that?
Well, February 10th is Teddy Day. I like plushies a lot, and so does my girlfriend Carmen, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, neat. And by the way, viewers, if you'd like to keep up with Carmen's adventures, be sure to read Virgo, Can I Really Be a Hero? It's the exciting, true story of Carmen Ryder and all her friends.
Yeah, thanks for the plug, Holly. Anyway, February 11th is Thomas Edison's birthday.
As you all know, Vapsketeers, Edison created the first motion picture camera, the first record player, and although light bulbs already existed, he improved upon the design.
All that's true, Holly, but honestly, I like Edison just because of how mad he makes the normies now. He screwed over Elon Musk's idol, Nikola Tesla. He euthanized one elephant one time. Give me a break, you morons. Edison might have been a dick sometimes, but he did a hell of a lot more with his life than you ever did. So there.
Vap, you're being an asshole.
Sorry. Anyway, February 12th is Abraham Lincoln's birthday. Without him, we'd still be in slavery.
Thanks for freeing us, Mr. Lincoln.
Yeah, welcome, my sons. Hey, Vappy, if you're here, who was just operating the puppets?
All of our cast members and all of my waifus and all of Carmen's waifus have puppet wrangling privileges if I'm doing something else. The waifus get a real thrill out of it, and so do the puppets.
It's true. I love having a little cartoon girl's hand inside me.
Anyway, February 14th is Valentine's Day, so Carmen, when you see this video, happy Valentine's Day. I love being your girlfriend and your mother figure. Having you around has improved my life so much. I love you and I always will.
Cute. Anyway, Vappy, what kind of puppet acts do you have to show everyone today?
Well, first, Rags and Torvald will mime to On Top of Old Baldy, and then Mitzi will mime to It Had to Be You.
Take it away, puppets!
On top of Old Baldy, there's nary a hair. There's only the memory of hair that was there. A bald head is appealing while wearing a hat, but when he removes it, that takes care of that. Hair parts in the middle and the parts on the side, but parting is a sorrow when the part gets too wide. On top of Old Baldy, so barren and meek, there's no trace of dandruff, 'cause what would they eat? What? So come all young females and hear what I say. Make sure that his gold locks ain't really out to pay.
Why do just as you say? Why must I just give you your way?
What is it now? Starting a row, I'll just bet.
You know I've had a lot of sweeties all chasing me.
Well, did I stop him?
It had to be. I took them all. I couldn't fall till we met. It had to be you.
Who?
You, it had to be you. The rest were all right, but they were not quite the kind that would do.
Then what's the complaint? Oh, I'm wise. They're nice and I ain't.
Oh, I don't know. I worry and grieve.
I'd better leave.
You do, and I'll face.
I was just kidding.
You shattered my nerve.
Who?
You, I'm losing my curve.
She.
See, I'm getting
that, can you love me still?
Nobody else gives me a thrill. It had to be you.
I'm strong for you too.
It had to be you.
It had to be you.
Only you.
It had to be you.
You love me too.
I wandered around, finally found somebody who
Sweet daddy who
could make me be true,
knew I'd be true.
could make me be blue,
Who'd make me blue.
and even be glad, just to be sad, thinking of
Make
you.
me feel the way I do.
Some others I've seen might never be mean, might never be cross, or try to be boss, but they wouldn't do. Could nobody else give you a thrill?
No, it's all your fault. I love you still.
It had to be you, wonderful you, had to be you, just you.
Oh, hey, Vappy.
Hey Maureen, what's up?
Not much. I just want to ask you something.
What's that?
Could we read an old comic together?
Well, I don't really do comic reviews anymore.
I don't mean for a review. I just mean for fun. You know, what comics are supposed to be.
Oh sure, we can do that. What comic have you got?
Giggle Comics number 32 from August 1946.
Huh, not a horror comic?
I'm allowed to like more than one thing, okay?
Okay. Now, we only have time in this episode for one story, but we'll read more in the future.
Sounds good. Now let's get into it.
Super Cat.
Sheh, Humphrey. I got a feeling we'll get a bite any second now.
Yeah? Gee.
Water Wings. If you're a super cat, then I'm a whale.
Oh yeah? Well, Junior here knows. He'll tell ya. Go ahead, Junior. Tell this finny creature just how terrific I am. Tell him how I can fly. Junior so fishy. Now Super Cat make like Grumman Wildcat. Easy, kid. Remember, we got a low ceiling. Oops.
Ow. Crash.
What all am dat racket in here, eh? Goldie, my fish, what has yo all done to Goldie? Gone. Okay, who done it?
Well, I'm not mentioning any names, but...
You sure you all am telling the truth?
Why, that I am.
Whap.
Ah!
Whap.
Ah!
Whap.
Ah!
Whap.
Ooh! Liar! Now I know what you're thinking.
Oh, Goldie, my Goldie, wherefore art thou, Goldie? Sob.
Imagine acting like that over a dumb fish.
That after all these years, yo all should become an entree for some cruel alley cat. Oh!
Help. Help.
Heavens, no! Chin up, Petunia, old gal. I, Super Cat, will save the day. Where's my costume?
At the laundry.
This isn't my regulation super apparel, but at a time like this, one can't be fussy. All right, you guys. Which one of you just ate a goldfish?
Not me. Not me. Me neither.
Well, I don't believe you, see? Now all together, say ah. Aha, my friend. Could it be that you have just dined?
So what?
So open your mouth. Yoo-hoo, little Goldie. Is that you down there?
Nope.
Then, pray, if you're not a fish, who are you?
One meatball.
Oh,
See, Smarty?
Hey, Thoop, guess what?
you mean to say that you saw a goldfish running down the street?
Cross me heart and hope to kiss a pig if that ain't the truth.
And this is where it jumped into the pond.
Yep, see the wrinkles in the water is still there. Hey, wait, Soup. Yous don't know how to swim, do ya?
Why, you're right, I don't.
I betcha if you had your regular costume on, you'd have been able to swim like Johnny Weisenheimer, I betcha.
Probably correct, Humphrey, but it's in the laundry.
Then off you goes to the laundry and gets it, see?
Well, you keep an eye open to see that no cats get little Goldie before I return, okay? Hey, mister, have you seen anything of a super cat costume? Never mind, there it is now. Gotta get it. Uh-oh. Huh?
Come on, Heady, snap it up. That stuff has to go right out.
Sure, Mr. Gagavasa.
Say, Petunia, you haven't seen Soup, have you? You see, he's overdue at the pond, and I...
Boo-hoo, who cares about cats when a little fishy is doubtless dying somewhere? Ooh, poor little Goldie. Ah.
Excuse me, there's somebody at the door. Laundry? Say, you don't know nothing about soup, do you?
Soup? Never taste this stuff. Goodbye. Who all was that, dog?
Laundryman, here, I'll bring you a clean hanky to wipe off the tears from your kisser.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Honk.
Hey!
Did you all say something?
Not me.
That was me. Put me down.
Yeah!
Well, don't just stand there, stupid. Get a bicycle pump and get these creases out of me, quick.
Oh, sure thing, Soup, sure thing. It's as good as done. You know, Soup, you were so flat you looked like a clipping from Good Housekeeping magazine. Huh!
Very funny, Humphrey. Very funny. But now that I got what I need, my real costume, let's get down to the pond and put an end to this fish story.
Can you swim now, Soup?
Huh? Nope.
My, what with my grief over that little fish and talking hankies and pressed cats, I think I had better relax in a Van Johnson movie. Yes, sir.
Surprise!
My Goldie. Oh, joyous day, put him in the bowl while I doffs these duds.
Oh, if you'd only mind your own business. I was so happy in that pond. I had friends.
Sorry, Goldie, but I seen me duty and I done it. Junior, why are you looking at me like that? Can't lie. Junior gets spanked. Junior hate cat. Hey! Soon Junior be even happier. Bad super cat try to eat little fishy, see?
Well, in all my born days.
Oomph.
I don't get it. One minute you all am a hero, and the next minute a beast. Don't mind this hero. It am the beast what I'm going to get a larrapin'.
And while she's working on that end, I'll take care of this end, see?
Ow!
Like so.
The end.
Wow, that was really good, Vappy.
It sure was, Maureen. You know, funny animals and funny comics in general are a really important part of comic history, but nobody ever really talks about them anymore.
What about Carl Barks, the Donald Duck guy? Comic historians never shut up about him.
Well, yeah, but he was just one artist out of hundreds. There are thousands of pages of funny animal comics that go ignored, while every single superhero gets done to death. What gives?
I think it's just because critics don't understand what makes something funny.
Maybe, but none of them really understand what makes action or horror work, or really what makes anything work.
Anyway, Vappy, what have the puppets got in store for us?
Well, first, the little minstrel puppets going to sing that great old normie enraging song, Mammy. And then Benito Bananas and the Glink will do Toreador.
Yay! Go for it, puppets!
But wait until you are feathered away. Things won't be so lovely when you're all alone. Here's what you'll keep saying when you're far from home. The sun shines west, but I'm just a land where the sun shines best. Mammy, Mammy, my heartstrings are tangled around Alabama. Solid and amazing way. Summer coming. Hope and pray I'm not too late. Mammy, Mammy, I've walked a million miles for one of your smiles, Mammy. Mammy, you know what that is there playing? That's old Black Joe, Mammy. You know old Black Joe. I'm a-coming. Yes, Mammy, I am a-coming. I'm coming right straight on back home to you, Mammy. 'Cause you know, Mammy, I miss you. I miss you more and more every day. I'd walk a million miles for one of your smiles, Mammy.
Well, here I am on subscription shilling duty again. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to click the thumbs up sigil. You know, the one popularized by that big fat oaf Roger Ebert and his stupid friend Gene. Don't forget to leave a comment telling Vappy specific things you liked in the video. And don't forget that the government likes to set up people as terrorists so they can make examples of them. If someone comes up to you and says, "Isn't so-and-so corrupt?" wouldn't it be cool to moita them? Just tell that guy to fuck off. All politicians are corrupt and evil, and that evil extends to setting up their own guys to be killed just to make anti-government types look bad. War and moita aren't the answer to anything. They're just normie bullshit. Anyway, now Benito, Bananas, and the Glink are gonna do something. Go for it, you guys.
The courteous answer claiming, I lift my glass to soldiers gay and bold. Toreadors like you, with courage flaming, thrill with joy when they come back, behold. Sees the arena thronged with crowds of people, the seats are filled above and below. Loud bells ring out from every steeple, all the world has come to the show. Harpers shouting, what frenzied voices, when the bulls flight out with angry roar. As he then the Toreador rejoices, sure of honor when the fight is o'er. Look out, prepare, Toreador now guard thee, Toreador, Toreador. Bear in mind when combat delayed, drive by sunlit the good for the open hard way, Toreador, for the open hard way. Toreador now guard thee, Toreador, Toreador. Bear in mind when combat delayed, drive by sunlit the good for the open hard way, Toreador, for the open hard way.
Hey, Vappy, why don't you show all the Vapsketeers your trading card collection? You know, now that Carmen's finally mailed it back to you. Good idea, Nobuko. My card collection is in a Murders at Karlov Manor binder. Although I don't collect those cards yet, I just got it because I thought it looked cool. Same thing with the Grateful Dead Bears sticker on it. I just think the bears are cute. Now, I started collecting trading cards when Carmen and I still had the apartment. We'd go to the comic shop together sometimes, and one day, when Carmen bought some Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I decided to get some too. And here some of them are. I'll list off my favorites on each page. Now, I don't actually play Yu-Gi-Oh, as I don't really have anyone to play it against, so I enjoy these cards based on their art alone pretty much. On this page, I think my favorite is Pine Kono. On this one, my favorite is Lady of Faith, and on the opposite page, either Ancient Brain or Starboy. On these two, my favorites are Performapal Raingoat and of course Winged Kuribo. Now on the next spread, we've got some more Yu-Gi-Oh cards, my favorite being Rocket Hand.
It's really Shogun Warriors looking.
Yeah, I think that's the idea. But we also have 2 cards that came with the Garbage Pail Kids comics, which I got at the comic shop next to the barcade Carmen and I used to go to, and also some wacky packages. The top row of those are actually temporary tattoos. More wacky packages. That Kitten Chow Mein one is delightfully un-PC.
Definitely not President Pooh Bear approved.
Yeah, and the Spider-Man card at the end there came with a figurine that was warming the pegs at the comic shop. On the next spread, we've got some Stupid Smiles stickers. Once again, some delightfully un-PC stuff there, as well as some Little Shop of Horrors cards. You'll notice one of them uses a photo from a scene that, if I remember right, was cut down for the final movie. It's the one with the graphic shot of Seymour holding the dentist's severed head.
Yay, murder!
Hey, that movie's about how killing people and getting revenge just makes everything worse. And besides, what would Tomoko say if she heard you saying that?
Okay, jeez. Next page.
More Little Shop of Horrors cards, and more Yu-Gi-Oh! I particularly like Inferno Tempest. More Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. On this spread, my favorites are Black Stego and Ghostrick Warwolf. More Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, my favorites being the Sea Koalas and Turbo Synchron, and also some cards and a Pog that came from some peg-warming Star Trek dolls at the comic shop. I like getting peg warmers sometimes because honestly I feel bad for them. And there's also a cat girl, can't remember what she's from, and some Three's Company cards. Some more Three's Company cards. I watched that show so often as a teenager just because it was the only thing on at 3 a.m. And we've got some more Yu-Gi-Ohs, my favorites being Heroes Shadow Scout and Chrysalis Mole.
More Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I particularly like Stop Defense and Invasion of Flames.
You've got a lot of Chemicritter Carbo Crabs, huh?
Yeah, I think the comic shop had a bunch of those that they really wanted to get rid of, so they put them all into the mystery packs that I'd get. Now, the rest of the cards on this spread are Spy vs. Spy cards. I have the whole set. I'll flip through the next few pages in silence so you can take it all in. Wasn't that great, Vapsketeers?
I should say it was. Antonio Prohius was a fucking genius.
Yep. And now we've got the full set of Doctor Who trading cards from the 90s. These aren't the ones I got for Christmas. I don't have those in a binder yet. But you'll notice they actually made a card for Celestial Toymaker, my favorite Doctor Who storyline of all time. A couple more favorites here, Robot and Talons of Wang Chiang.
That's the one with the giant rat.
Next spread, there's one from Shada, which is one of my other favorite Doctor Who storylines. And we've got some really good images of Colin Baker. He's my favorite actor to play the Doctor. Next spread, there's a really good image of my old landlord, Davros, as seen in Revelation of the Daleks.
That's the one with corpse eating, which honestly I wouldn't put past Vap's old landlord, the evil bastard. Anyway, on the other side of the spread, there's a bunch of really good pictures of Hartnell, Troughton, and Pertwee.
Yeah, I really like the one of Pertwee with his hands up. It's inexplicably really funny. More photos of the various actors who played Doctor Who. You'll notice they all get at least 2, except for Colin Baker, who only gets 1. They always give Colin the shaft. The next page has cards of some of the companions. I think the 90s was actually when they started calling them companions instead of assistants. But I particularly like the images of K9 and Romana. They chose kind of a weird one for Mel, though. Makes her look like an annoying squealy bitch.
I'd say they chose pretty well.
The next spread is mostly various villains. Lots of great images of the Daleks.
And look, there's your old landlord again. You messed up the room too, doity. Time to be exterminated.
And so we reach the last page of my card binder. My favorite cards on this one are of Bessie the Car and the Who-mobile. Well, that's my trading card collection, folks. I hope you all liked it. And now for our final puppet segment of the episode, Humpty Dumpty the Clown and some of the animated monsters will reenact Laura E. Richards' great old poem, The Little Gnome, as Nobuko Asami recites. Nobuko, if you please.
Once there lived a little gnome who had made his little home right down in the middle of the earth. He was full of fun and frolic, but his wife was melancholic, and he never could divert her into mirth. He had tried her with a monkey, and a parrot, and a donkey, and a pig that squealed whene'er he pulled its tail. But though he laughed himself into fits, the jolly elf, still his wifey's melancholy did not fail. "I will hie me," said the gnome, "from my worthy earthy home. I will go among the dwellings of the men. Something funny there must be that will make her say, hee hee. I will find it and will bring it here again." So he traveled here and there, and he saw the blinking bear, and the platypole whose eyes are in his tail. And he saw the linking gloon who was playing the bassoon, and the octopus a-waltzing with the whale. He saw the Chingo-Chi, and a lovely sight was he, with a ringlet and a ribbon in his nose. And the Baggle, and the Wog, and the Cantalooner dog, who was throwing cotton flannel at his foes. All these the little gnome transported to his home, and sat them down before his weeping wife. But she only cried, and she sobby-wobbed and sighed, till she really was in danger of her life. Then the gnome was in despair, and he tore his purple hair, and he sat him down in sorrow on a stone. "I too," he said, "will cry till I tumble down and die, for I've had enough of laughing all alone." His tears they flowed away like a rivulet at play, with a bubble gubble rubble o'er the ground. But when this his wife he saw, she loudly cried, "Ha ha! Here at last is something funny you have found." She laughed ho ho hee hee, and she chuckled loud with glee, and she wiped away her little husband's tears. And since then through wind and weather they have said hee hee together for several 100,000 merry years.
Thank you, Nobuko. That was very good.
I know. And if anyone's wondering, the other piece of art that was shown on the Fun Day Puppet Show that VAP mentioned earlier was the Cantalooner dog.
Yep. Well, anyway, gang, that's about all the time we have for today. But before we go, I'd like to say, cartoon characters and fictional characters in general are a powerful thing. Think about how many images from cartoons and comics are indelibly imprinted into your brain. At a certain point, a cartoon character's image basically becomes a magic sigil of sorts.
Sigil? I think I heard Tomoko use that word earlier.
Yeah, I think she did. It's a symbol that's thought to have a magic power behind it, like a hex sign. But anyway, think about how often you hear somebody compared to a cartoon character. And usually it's meant as a negative comparison. It's always, "Oh, you're acting like Thanos, acting like Scrooge, acting like the Grinch." You never really hear anyone get compared to a cartoon hero. Well, except years ago when people kept comparing Elon Musk to Tony Stark, but that was always just insincere sucking up. But think about it. You never hear anyone seriously say, "You're acting like Popeye, acting like Mighty Mouse, acting like Gumby." The closest thing I can think of to that was when my girlfriend Carmen told me that I looked like Doctor Who when I was dressing nicely one day. Doctor Who's not even a cartoon character.
Yes, he is. They did a bunch of comics of him.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about those. But anyway, Doctor Who was originally live action, but Carmen comparing me to him, even just in a "your outfit looks like something he'd wear" way, really raised my spirits that day. In fact, I think of that as one of the events that helped raise my self-esteem enough to eventually start doing this very show. So always remember the power that comparing a person to a fictional character can have, and try to use that power for good, okay?
We'll see y'all next episode, folks. Good night. Good night. Good night. Hey, Vappy, who was the guy who said goodnight like that?
Are you talking about Alex Wolcott?
I think so.
You know, he was friends with Harpo Marx.
Neat.
Well, anyhow, bye for now, Vapsketeers.